Hi, my name's Julian. I've got type 3 SMA. I only walked till I was about 8 years old, and I've been using a power chair since I was about 12, I think. My experience, because I'm 51 now, is a little bit different to some of the people's in the room, I expect. Some of the things I had to do and some of the things I had to fight for were a bit different. For instance, when I was 19, I was moved to residential care. I couldn't live with my mum anymore, otherwise I was going to break her, and I couldn't have that. So I moved to residential care because there was no other choice. I couldn't live on my own because there wasn't the option to do it then. So I spent basically 4.5 years inside residential care, where I fought to get out, and in the end I managed to get my own flat, and I've been living independently ever since. I've been living on my own in the community, and then later on with my wife and 2 children. I've got a daughter at 15 and a son of 8. Ever since then, really, I later went to work, although that wasn't really something that I was prepared for by school, as most people didn't think I would be able to get or keep a job, mainly because of logistical issues rather than anything else. How do you go to the toilet when you're at work? How do you drive around? All those kind of things. At different times during my life, I learned to drive. I had lots of cars. I like driving a lot. Although I had to give that up again when I got older. I've worked in lots of different jobs. I commuted from the south coast to work in London for 13 years. And I've done other jobs since then. I own my own house. I travel abroad when I like, and generally have a good life. So don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything you want to do. I think in general, if I've got anything to pass on in the way of wisdom, it might be something along the lines of, if anybody in power tells you you can't do anything, ignore them and do it anyway. That's not to say there are some things you can't do. I suspect most of you won't be able to grow feathers and fly, but you probably can get in an aeroplane and do it. So, there's creative ways around things. And there are a lot of people that know a lot of things, and that's always good as well. The one thing I didn't do when I was younger that I ought to have done was to find other people like me and ask them what they know, because they've already done those kind of fights that you're probably going to come across, and they might be able to give you some advice that will save you a lot of time and energy and make things easier. Okay, cheers, have a good life.